You're listening to the Agony Column News Report featuring interviews, phone interviews, reports from live book events and festivals, and conversations with readers. You can find additional news, interviews, book reviews, and more 5 days a week at the Agony Column website at trashotron.com/agony.
Granada House was on the grounds of the Brighton Marine Hospital near the Massachusetts Turnpike. Wallace found it funny that a marine hospital should be nowhere near water. The compound consisted of 7 buildings, 7 moons orbiting a dead planet, as it is described in Infinite Jest, all leased to various substance abuse groups. Wallace met Deb Larson, the house director. Tall and blonde, she walked with a limp. Drunk, she had fallen down in her kitchen, hitting her head, causing a partial paralysis. Even then she hadn't stopped drinking. Wallace respected her immediately. She was personable and smart, and gave him a link to an old life that was still his present. You could almost see Harvard from the top floor of the building. Recovery facilities tried to control the stress levels of their participants, and one activity that they usually prohibited was school. Wallace had no choice but to call the philosophy department at Harvard and ask for leave of absence. He was too humiliated to go back to get the vegetable juicer, a gift from his mother that he left in the graduate school offices.
D.T. Max is the author of The Family That Couldn't Sleep, a medical mystery. He's a staff writer for The New Yorker. His new book is Every Love Story is a Ghost Story, a life of David Foster Wallace. Thank you for joining me, D.T.
Thanks for having me.
One thing about David Wallace that becomes clear upon reading this book is that he didn't want people to just read his work. He wanted people to read his work and be changed by what they had read.
I think that's absolutely true. Certainly for David, part of the job of writing, of literature, was to give pleasure. But that was really just the start. You know, when you read Infinite Jest, you're supposed to be changed by it. I mean, you're supposed to come away from it with a different sense of what it is to be human and of what your own potentialities are. There's a character in the book, Don Gately, whose sort of courage in the face of physical pain is meant in a way to recall kind of, characters out of Dostoevsky. And the whole idea of the book is that the human will is capable of amazing things. I mean, in the case of the particular story of Don Gately, he's in a substance abuse program and Alcoholics Anonymous, and he refuses painkillers even though he's suffering from a gunshot wound. But the larger idea that you're supposed to come away with is that you're able to endure pain if what you're working towards is important enough.
One of the things I think that's so striking about this book is the way you create the character.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?